Okay, so today we're going to look at making equivalent fractions, and I'm going to show you a few different ways to do this. The first way and the most simple way is to use a fraction wall. So we should all be familiar with fraction walls. They look like this. How many equivalent fractions can we find? Again, equivalent fractions are just fractions that represent the same amount. Okay, so we go over to our fraction wall. I can see from that fraction wall that a half is equivalent to 2/4, 3/6, 4/8, or 5/10. Another way to find equivalent fractions is by multiplying or dividing. You can multiply or divide to find equivalent fractions, but never add or subtract. Okay. Multiply or divide, but never add or subtract. So if you're faced with an example like this, you've got 1/2 equals how many? 6. I need to ask myself, the denominator on this one is bigger than this one, so I'm going to multiply. Now, how does my 2 get to become a 6? What do I need to multiply my 2 by to become 6? Okay, I need to multiply it by 3. Now, whatever I do to my denominator, I need to do to my numerator. So I've multiplied my denominator. I've multiplied my denominator by 3. I'm going to multiply my numerator by 3. 1 times 3 is 3. So my missing number is 3. 3/6. Doing another example here. 3/7 is what over 14? So again, this number is bigger than this number, so I'm going to multiply. What do I need to do to 7 to make it 14? I need to multiply it by 2. If I've done that to the bottom number, I need to do that to the top number. And when I multiply my numerator, 3 times 2 is 6. So our mystery number is a 6, 6/14. If you've got a fraction where we're starting with a bigger numerator than, a bigger denominator than the fraction that we're asking the mystery number, we need to divide. How does my 12 become a 6? I can either multiply or divide. I can't add or subtract, so I can divide my 12 by 2. I can divide my 12 by 2 for it to be a 6. Whatever I've done to the bottom number, I need to do to the top number. So I'm going to multiply my 2 by 2. How many 2's go into 2? 1. So I got 1/6. If I'm asked a question like, find 3 equivalent fractions, I'm given this number. What I would do is I would start off, multiply the whole fraction by 2, multiply the whole fraction by 3, and then multiply the whole fraction by 4. Okay? Remember, bottom and top numbers, and that's what you'd get. Multiply it by 2, by 3, and by 4. Another method that you can use is multiplying diagonally, just like this. I put this up here to remind you. So we're going to multiply it across this way to find our mystery number, to find our equivalent fraction. So 1 times 6 equals 2 times, and I'm going to put a question mark, 2 times our mystery number, because we've multiplied across the way. So 1 times 6, and I get 6. 2 times what gives me 6? Well, 2 times 3 gives me 6. So 3 is my mystery number. 3 is the number I had to multiply by. So up here is a 3.